Did you guys attend the Poate Awards that were in Munyonyo recently? I was there. Anyway, I know that many of you guys that watch this channel, especially those in Uganda, passed by Poate. I saw some of your posts on social media, and it was lovely following up virtually. But I got a chance to be part of the awards as a jury member, and I was judging in the category of creative arts. And I had so much pain on my heart when I watched people with so much good work and their submissions were not being considered for the awards at all to begin with, simply because of the way in which they did their submissions. And it weighed on my heart heavily, and I promised myself I was going to do a video based on my experience of being on the other side of the awards as a jury, who is also creative, to share some of the mistakes I realized people were doing that were putting them out of the room before their work is even given a chance to compete at all. One of those first mistakes is about not reading instructions carefully. When you are submitting for any award, whether it's a local or global award, make sure that you read instructions to the detail and follow them to the T. For example, in the Poate Awards, the instruction was send us 5 links to 5 posts of work you've done that is promoting Uganda. And you'd find, let's say, travel influencers who are sending links to their TikTok profile or Instagram profile. And when you go on their Instagram profile, there is a picture where they were eating food at a restaurant that is Japanese because they like Japanese food. Then the next thing is a video of, let's say, gorilla trekking. Then the next video is just a selfie of them in their house. And so you're leaving the jury with the job of identifying which posts respond to the call of application that you're trying to answer to. And immediately that category of people is just pushed to the side, because it's unfair for the judge to do your work when there's someone else who actually read the instructions and did their job by going on their profile, identifying the 5 relevant posts and sharing only those links. So for something as small as just sharing the wrong link to the right place, you're not considered. So please do read the instructions carefully and make sure you follow them to the T. If you're not ready to follow them to the T because you're in a hurry, you might as well not apply, because your application won't be considered to begin with. And then number 2 is pay attention to make sure that you keep all your links clean. In all calls for submissions where they ask you to send a link, make sure that your link is clean. By clean is when you copy that link from wherever you're copying it and you paste it here, do not even add a full stop at the end. Any extra text that you add to a link affects accessibility to your work, because by adding a full stop to that link, you are changing the language of whatever computer language that link speaks. And when people click on it, it will not be taking them to where your work is supposed to be. So avoid things like bullet points at the start. Those bullet points, yes, can be used, but you have to be very careful to make sure they're not making it affect your link. So to avoid that entire risk, just avoid any other text outside of the link when you're sharing your work using links, to make sure that you'll be safe. And then mistake number 3 is when people are sharing links to Google Drive, right? Pay attention to make sure that the sharing settings on your Google Drive link are open. I saw many people who had shared links to their Google Drive where their work was, and when you reach there, you needed access in order to see the work. So imagine now the judge needs to go to ask for permission and then type an email telling you, "Hi Isaac, we need permission to your work to view it, blah, 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 please send us permission." And then wait for you to respond, then they can go back and view your work. Most times these guys, especially at international levels, they might be getting paid per hour. So it means you're reducing their workload in an hour, or sometimes that's the only time they have allocated to do that job. And then you might respond to the email 2 days later, which still puts you off. So make sure that your Google Drive settings, if the instruction says to share via Google Drive, make sure the settings are set to open access. That's it from the Poate version of the awards. but I think we might need to do another video that just addresses awards in general. But the lessons shared in this video were based off my experience being part of the jury for the Poate Awards in the Creative and Arts category. And I hope if you submitted for these awards and your work didn't go through, you now have an idea of why it may not have gone through. So sometimes it's not that your work is necessarily not professional or not yet there. Sometimes it's just that your work didn't even get a competing chance because we're not able to access it. Otherwise, congratulations to all the winners, and I'd love to give a shout out to each of them. To Ivan Sevuma for winning Best Tourism Photographer at the professional level. On Instagram, he goes as Sevuma SSW. And then to Alex Businye, who won Best Tourism Photographer in the amateur category. On Instagram, he goes as the Nile Valley Explorer. And then congratulations to the legendary Edgar Bate for winning in the category of Best Storyteller for Tourism at the Poate Awards. On Instagram, he goes as at Edgar Bate. And then, of course, to Queen Tracy for winning Best Tourism Influencer in Uganda at the Poate 2026 Awards. And also, my most interesting and favorite winner of the night was Sosi. He's interesting because I really love the video that he did of Uganda. It's titled Welcome to the Pearl. And oh my God, it's such a beautifully thought through video. You know how my face is lighting up right now? That's the way I felt watching each part of the video. I just kept getting happier and happier through the video. So congratulations, Sosi. Well done on your video. And keep up the good work. And this is my clap offering to all the winners. You guys can't hear my clap, but I'm really clapping. Congratulations to all the winners of the Poate Awards 2026, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of us making it up there even at a global level. Bye and see you in the next episode.